Welcome to the replay. My name's Alecia, and today we're going to talk about songwriting tips. 3 songwriting tips if you're a beginner, if you don't know where to start, if you want to improve your songwriting. I'm going to be sharing 3 tips that I've used when I was younger, even now to write better songs. So yay, awesome. Okay, so the first thing I want to talk about is brainstorming. So in order to write songs that like make you feel something, that make you be proud of this thing, brainstorming is a good place to start. So when I was younger, I used to journal a lot. Writing was my thing. Before I sang, really, honestly, I probably was singing before that, but before I was songwriting, I was writing. And so writing really helps you get your feelings out, like journaling specifically or having a diary, and it helps you to really process what feelings you feel. So some tips that you can use to start songwriting is to, hi Nicole, welcome. Some tips that you can use for songwriting is really like taking a theme or like a journal and just like writing about that feeling. So if today you're feeling tired, just start writing a bunch of things about feeling tired. So it could be like nap, bedtime, lavender, bathtub, whatever words that come to your mind when you think about resting or when you think about you're being tired. Also, again, like I said, just having a diary in general, being able to track your feelings, what's been going on in your life, because we tend to forget our human experiences, and those human experiences make for good songs. So make sure that you're always keeping track of how you feel. Make sure you're always keeping track of what's going on in your life, because that is the best stuff for songs. Even like all the heartbreaks, but even the mundane things, the day to day, like cooking breakfast. There are certain like details that we miss in our lives that actually help us write better songs. So yay. So that's the first tip. The first tip is to brainstorm and write without judging yourself, right? So if you read Artist's Way, it's a book that I really recommend for all artists or all creatives. It's really about like cultivating your creativity. She has this idea that you're supposed to have morning pages where you write for 3 pages straight and you don't stop. So even if you're writing like, I don't feel like writing right now, I have nothing to say, blah, 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 you keep writing because you really get the gunk and the junk out of your mind to write better things. And you're able to process feelings that kind of go under the radar, that are kind of normalized. Like, oh, my knee just cracked, like certain details that we miss in our lives. So yeah, that's the first tip, is to write. The start of songwriting is writing. So you got to keep writing. All right. So the second tip that I have is to determine what the message of your song is based on what you wrote. So like I said, if you journal and you're like, I'm tired, I'm exhausted, I don't know what to do, whatever, right? You're going to take that information and that brainstorm, pick certain words that stick out to you, certain ideas, certain themes. So like I said, if you're talking about how tired you are, you could be talking about your job and how exhausted your job makes you, right? So you could write a song about how exhausting your job is and how much you don't like your boss or your coworkers get on your nerves, using specific details to really write a theme and a story. So the thing about songwriting is that all songs tell a story, whether you're talking about Mary Had a Little Lamb, right? And, her fleece was white as snow. And everywhere that Mary went, the lamb was sure to go, right? So this is a story that you're telling in the song. In the same way with your life experiences, you can write a song about washing your hands, like think about, Sesame Street and how they get kids to like wash their hands. Like we were watching Cartoon Network, I think, and they had this video about Elmo telling kids to wash their hands when like the pandemic was, it's still happening, but when everything was just starting off, Elmo was writing a song or singing a song about washing your hands. And so we can take, hit the phone. We can take little things that we take for granted. Hi, Dominique. Hi. We can take little things that we take for granted to write amazing songs. Like I think of some of my favorite songs are very simple. They're very simple and they resonate with me because they're so human, right? They're not talking about these ideas that I can't grasp. They're talking about everyday things that I experience on a regular basis. Waking up in the sun hitting my face, right? Again, those details that we tend to miss out on. So again, with your song, you want to tell a story, okay? You want to tell a story. And it doesn't have to be like, I woke up this morning, I went to the store, I came back, and that's it. It could really be like, I love playing guitar, and this is why. This is what it was like me first playing it. This is my experience playing it. And this is what I created at the end, right? So you can tell a story about anything in a song. And so the third tip that I have is to use other songs as instrumentals for your own song. So if you can't play, if you're like me, right? I'm not trained. I play guitar by ear for fun. I play piano by ear. And a lot of people are disheartened or discouraged, writing songs because they feel like they can't play instruments. And so you don't have to play an instrument to write a song. You don't. You can use the instrumentals from other songs to start your songwriting journey. So like I said, when I was a kid, my family had a Casio piano. And so the Casio piano had like this bank of songs in it. And so it would play along, and it was kind of like, what's the word? Like monophonic or polyphonic sounds or whatever. And so to the song that was playing in the background with the Casio piano, I wrote little songs. I didn't know what songs were playing. There's a song by Jamiroquai. I could be saying that wrong. But to that tune, I wrote my own lyrics because I could not play by myself. Or, you could play little chords, and you can write songs to those chords. So you don't have to play instruments to write songs. It's fine. As long as you can write, as long as you can convey an idea or a message or tell a story, you can write a song. You can write a song. It's that simple. So like I said, so the 3 tips that I have, the first one, brainstorm or journal. Write. Just write. Every day, write something. Even if it's just like a haiku or like a thought that kind of passes by. I had a thought about my great aunt, and, I was talking about, so she's suffering with dementia right now. And one of the thoughts that I had was like, time is cruel. You know what I mean? Like, time is taking all the joys and the memories that my aunt and I share because she's growing older. And so I wrote that down in my journal because I was processing those feelings, and I probably will write a song about that later on. So just the things that you experience every day, things that are profound to you. It doesn't have to be a whole journal filled with things. It could be like one line. Like, you can use those lines to start writing a story or start brainstorming something else, right? And again, like I said, in Artist Way, she recommends waking up in the morning, first thing in the morning, write 3 pages and don't stop. Do not stop writing. Like, again, even if it's just like, I don't feel like writing anymore, or my hand hurts, or I'm hungry, or I'm frustrated, like all the stupid and silly things that we have going on day to day that gets in the way of us writing songs, we write down. So that's the benefit of that thing, to empty your mind and to really get you thinking on a higher level, right? And being aware of what you feel and why you feel those things. Okay. And so the second tip that I have is to take that brainstorm, right? Maybe take a day or two, come back to that journal entry, circle things that are sticking out to you, right? Recurring themes, ideas, things that are, again, profound to you, things that stick out to you, and use that as a starting point for your song. And also, you want to make sure that your song is telling some sort of story or conveying some sort of message. So every song has a theme, even if it's like, we go into the club, we turn it up, that's a theme. If you're talking about, I lost the greatest love of my life, that's a theme. If you're talking about your Cheerios in the morning, that's a theme. So using what you wrote down in your journal as a theme is a great starting place to write a song. Okay. And the third and final tip that I have for you just starting out is to use another song's instrumental as your track. And it's really that simple. You can use Motown tracks. It's not like you're going to, put this on there like on Spotify and stuff, because that's illegal. But you can use that as a starting point to write your song. So like I said, on the Casio piano that I had when I was younger, I would take those instrumentals, listen to them, and write songs to them. Like the lead was there. The lead synth was there in the song. And so I knew where the words were supposed to be. So I would write words to fill those syllables, right? Or I would take music that was already on there and it would just play the chords, and I would write a song to that. So if you're a beginner, I recommend these tips because they were very helpful to me in my journey. They're still helpful to me in my journey. And I'll probably go back to a few of those things. I need to write more. I need to get more things out of my head because I have all these ideas, and I need to take those things that I do write down and make them into songs. So that is all I have for you today. I hope this was helpful. I don't know. I hope that you enjoyed this. And if you did, follow me on YouTube. Okay. I have a YouTube channel. I am close to 1,000. Yay. But I really offer a lot of help and tips for artists in general, but also singer-songwriters and people who are just getting into like their creative journey. So if you're free, again, my name is Alecia Renice, the artist on YouTube. I'm easy to find. I have songs up there. But either way, I hope you got something from today's live. And if so, let me know. And I will talk to you all next time. I hope you're having a wonderful Thursday, and I'll see you all soon. All right. Bye.